If you actually put the pegs in the board, don't necessarily have to deal a hand out, but you see, as a non-dealer is at hole 57, and the dealer is at hole 67. 5-7 non-dealer, 6-7 dealer. So we've got the non-dealer sitting over here on 2nd Street, 3 holes short from the corner, and we've got the dealer at 67, around the corner on 3rd Street. Okay? Now, what is the challenge for the person at 57, 5-7? Get as many as possible, not be overly reckless, you know. The dealer actually is a couple holes short for that 3rd position zone. Need to remember, 69, that zone starts at 69, they're at 67. So it's not a time to get panicky yet. We're still in the game, but we do need about a dozen, huh?
Yeah.
To get 57, we need 12 to get where we want to be to deal. So if we have a chance for a 12 hand there, we're going to go for it. Even though maybe we'd like to make a little safer discard, we're going to play our position first. We're going to play our position first because we need to make our position first. That's it. That's important when you're considering board position, is consider yours first and your opponent second. If you get in the habit of always considering your opponents first, then you'll make some bum decisions on where you should be on the board. Because you can't win on the board if you don't make position. So get there, get there. Now you're sitting there at 5-7, and your hand is two deuces, 2 aces, and a king 5. You discard the 1 and the 5. Oh, 2-2, 1 and a king. You got a chance for 12 or 14. 1-5 average. Well, about 5 points. But you know the truth is, most everything averages for something. So we're playing our position first. You see, if we keep the 5, what do we do? If we say, well, I can't put a 5 in this guy's crib, what kind of a hand do we hold then? So you destroy your chance of getting 12. And so go for your 12 and make the safest, the 1 is the safest card you got to put with the 5. Okay? If the dealer has a 16 hand, normal peg, 4-point crib, your defensive strategy or whatever strategy you chose doesn't make any difference. The dealer's got to have something less than average where they are. You can't, if they have a 16 hand on you there and peg some and a crib, the game is history. But you do have a chance to get in position by going for 12 points and tossing the 1-5. Now let's take a look at this second one here. In this case, we're the non-dealer. We've got a terrific advantage. I'd like to have this in more of my games. I'm at hole 69, don't have the deal, and my opponent is at 49. I just like to have a few of those games once in a while. But big difference, you see, 69 and 49.
Non-dealer.
Now, you've got a huge advantage. You pick up your hand, and you got a 7-5 jack, king 5-8. Opponent's crib, throw the 8 and the king. You see, we got an 8-point hand, a chance to cut 16, but we're going to protect our advantage. We got a 20-point advantage. No sense of taking a chance on a 20 or a 24 crib by tossing a 7-8. So we picked that king off of there and the 8, which is the safer one. as most of you know, even if you haven't been to crib class, you know how many times the 7 bites you in the crib. So, and if you'd like to get bit a little more, put the 7 with a jack and watch them take 13. I mean, with the king, it's only 12. With the jack, it's worth another point. See, you don't need any points to deal. You're already there. Terrific place to be. So protect your advantage. Now, there is a slight argument with a 20-point lead. And let's say it's the last game of 22, and the only way that you think you can qualify is to get a skunk on this game. You might have a 25 card in this game 22, and you've got a 20-point lead and a chance to pick up 16 points. In that case, because of the importance of that game and the extra point for a skunk, you might say to heck with it, goodbye 7-8. But in most situations, protect your advantage. Number 3 there is kind of, both of you are in the same spot on the board, 73 or 74 holes. Both of you sitting right in the critical position zone, or in the one case at 74, maybe one beyond. As a non-dealer there, your only hope is to play ultra defensively. You're already there. So take safe pegs, close the count at 31. You take safe pairs. If you compare a card near the end and you know it's not possible for the dealer to get in with a third one.
On that number 3, would you call it king 3 in the crib?
Which one?
Number 3, would you got the 2 aces and 2 5s and a king. I think I'd go to king 3 in. Number 3.
Which is the safest discard in that hand? Yeah, he's not talking about 2, he's talking about 3, because I don't think there's any 3 in the number 2.
No, he's number 3. He's got to read it, Butch. What's it say?
Number 3.
The key, if we're going to have a chance in this game with us both at hole 73, I can't give up a crib. I don't need any points. Of the discards available in that hand, the safest is a 1 king. Why not make it? I mean, it doesn't make any difference if I 2 points would be all right with me. 4 is okay. But king 1 is a lot safer than the king 3. The 1 with any face card is safer. The 3 is the most unsafe of the small cards. So if I had a choice of throwing a king 1 or a king 3, and the score on my hand didn't make that much difference, I'd go with the king 1. And by the way, if you had a queen, they're almost identical, queen 1 and king 1. But we want to keep the crib small if we can. And the best choice we got among those cards is king 1. Anything else has a higher average than the king 1.
Also in that, you're holding an ace 3, 5, 5. There's a greater number of cards that's going to improve that hand than holding the 5, 5, 1, 1.
Yeah, and besides, Don's point was that holding 2 5s with the king 3 and pitching the king 1 actually provides a number of cards to improve the hand. And that's true, and it's also okay if the cut adds nothing to my hand. If I get the crib I want, say of 2 points or less, and I just play my 6 points, it's fine. Okay?